Ladies and gentlemen, new balance changes are here. Let's talk about it. Before we jump into the balance changes, I just want to say that we are getting a lot of balance changes. I don't know, it's probably like the 4th or 5th in like a month or two, which is pretty wild. And you know what? I was like, does that mean we're closing in on global? I don't know, but I'd like to think so. But all right, let's jump into the balance changes here. I'm going to be using decks, minis and units and heroes that are going to either be buffed or nerfed. First up is going to be Mr. Wavemaster. And the buff to him is going to be actually pretty wild because his energy cost is going to be reduced to 8 from 9, which means he's going to get his super earlier. And also his super damage has been increased to 3 times instead of 2 times, which means right now, swim, when you see right now, swim to the farthest enemy, dealing twice as much damage and stun. Now it's going to be 3 times as much, which means I think he should do 6 damage across the board, and that is ridiculously strong. And next up here on the list, we do have Mrs. Inferno Warden. She's, they've given her a few buffs. Is it enough? I think she needs a little bit more of love, and that is exactly what they're going to be doing here. Energy cost is going to be reduced to 6 from 7, which means she's going to get her super early. And also, what is it? It's her starting energy is going to be reduced to 4 from 5. So this means she is still, she's going to get her super much quicker. And that is going to allow her to get even more value. Because, the Inferno Warden, once you remove her super, she's kind of trash. She's kind of trash. Next up, we're going to have Mr. Royal Recruit here, and he's going to have a lot of buffs. Royal Recruit is honestly dog water, and let's just say he needs a little bit of love. Here. What do I go for? We could go for like Mr. Golden G. Lumberjack, Royal Recruit here is going to get his second upgrade. Clash gives block to 2 nearby allies instead of 1 nearby ally. So that, a little bit of love here. Inferno Warden here, is she going to cook? Look at that. Oh my god, are we going to cook that Pink Fury? Because it sure seems like it. Oh my god. I wasn't even... Do we clean sweep here? I don't think we do though, right? Yeah, no. And his third upgrade energy cost will be reduced to 6 from 7, and his HP per upgrade has been increased from 9 to 10. So he's gonna get a lot of love. Royal Recruit, honestly, probably one of the worst mini tanks in the game. Let's not kid ourselves. Golden G is also gonna get a bit of love here. Let me pull it up here. Where's this guy? Base HP is gonna be increased to 35 from 35, and his energy cost is going to be reduced. And what else? We got the Lumberjack. The Lumberjack currently gives +1 energy on his KO ability. That is going to be removed. I don't know why that's an ability, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Can we please burn down that shark bait, please? Thank you very much. Beautiful, beautiful Inferno Warden right now. Currently cooking. What else? What else do we have? The Lumberjack has, not gonna have that energy. Yeah, Knight's gonna all get some love. Those small tanks like the Royal Recruit. Oh, he's actually gonna pull my Wavemaster. That's not great. But we have the Knight that's gonna taunt here. Wake up, brother. Okay, never mind. Never mind here. We're not playing the greatest deck in the history of Clash Mini, but Knight is going to get some love. He's going to taunt all nearby enemies, and his upgrade, his second upgrade, the taunt will last 5 seconds instead of 4 seconds. So that is going to be a pretty viable mini tank, hopefully. All right, next up we're going to have, for the heroes, we're going to have Mr. Skeleton King, his second upgrade. Gain plus 100% HP steal and rage when revived. This is going to be buffed to gain plus 150% HP steal and rage when revived. So he's going to be a menace to society for sure. He's going to be a menace to society here. And I would have wanted to play the guard here. Speaking of the guard, he is going to get some love. Guard is kind of like just viable, sorta, just because of the undead synergy and the fact that he's like a cheap way to get that 4 undead synergy or 2 undead synergy. But basically, he's going to get a shield increase from 8 up to 10 with his Clash ability. And also, his first upgrade, he will now gain 15 shield instead of 12. So that's going to make him an actual sort of tank. I don't know if it'll make him a viable, but it'll definitely give him some love. Now let's talk about Mr. Miner here. His second upgrade is going to be reworked here, where basically instead of Boast gaining Rage 6 for 6 seconds, every time he is isolated, which means he's by himself, he will gain a, you know what, let's go for the second ability. He will gain Rage when he is isolated, which is very, very often. The Miner, when you throw the Miner by himself, well, let's just say he's going to be alone most of the time. So, yeah, we're going to go here. Right now, before the balance changes, the first upgrade of the Skeleton King is a must-go. But, with that little buff to that second upgrade, you could see something happening. You could make some interesting decisions. And I like the fact that Clash Mini is going in a direction where they're making heroes have multiple viable upgrades. It's a very difficult area to balance, but that's what we love to see. We're actually going up against the Countess, which is getting nerfed. Her first ability now, attacks and super deal +6 damage to injured enemies. That is going to be now down to +5 damage to injured enemy. She's kind of cooking too much, and hopefully that'll tone her down. Let's speak about Mrs. Valkyrie right there. Valkyrie is going to get a little change to her second ability, Boast. Heal 30% HP over 3 seconds. Now it is going to be instant. As soon as the Valkyrie gets that kill, she will get an instant 30% increase in her health. So that is going to be a beautiful way to, make that Boast ability just a little bit more punchier, and you don't really have to wait too long. And look at that, your Skeleton King gonna be coming in clutch in round number 3. Let's talk about, honestly, a mini that I love. It's my favorite mini, but like by far, nothing comes close to it. But it's been a long time since I've seen him viable. I'm talking about the chicken, the one and only, the Barbarian. He's gonna get a lot of love here. Base HP is gonna be increased from 12 up to 15, and he's gonna have a 5% attack. Let me just pull that up right now. His passive ability will not be gain 4% attack speed for each 1 HP loss. It'll be gain 5% attack speed for each 1 HP loss. So you're gonna have an increase in health, and also the fact that he is he's going to be getting like a better attack speed increase. So that, I don't know if that'll make him viable, but I will say that it'll definitely give him some love to be one of those, 2 elixir mini DPS machine. And speaking of 2 elixir DPS machines, Mr. Daggerino here, he's going to have a little change. Now he's not only going to be a goblin, he's also going to be a part of the rogue synergy. So expect him to be, coming back. The fact that a mini has, multiple synergies makes the mini strong. It makes him strong, Heroes also that have multiple synergy, like the Natureborn, they have even more opportunities to get down, 2-4 mini synergies. So hopefully that'll be, that'll bring him somewhere in the meta. I don't know. I think the Daggerino on the weak side a little bit. I haven't seen him too much except in a Countess deck, but we'll see. We'll see how these things evolve here. Can we please get the kill here? Oh wow, that is so unfortunate. But hopefully that interaction will change in the next bounce changes. Now for the final bounce changes, we're going to have the Archer Queen with her first ability. She's going to get, after getting a kill, she's going to get twice attack damage for 5 seconds instead of 4. We're also going to have a nerf to the battle machine, and especially his gizmos. Saint Mirror's HP is going to be reduced from 40 down to 32. The Mucho Puncho, the building that boops away enemies, its frequency will be increased from 2.5 seconds from 3 seconds. So this means he is going to be, punching a little bit slower. And we're also going to have a nerf to the Hot Pot with his health going from 30 down to 24. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the balance. Let me know down below which of these changes you agree with, you disagree with. Did they forget something here? I think, maybe something to the Elixir synergy. They did nerf the Lumberjack, but I don't know. I think it's still a very, very strong deck, but they did hit the nail on a few very strong troops, in my opinion. Let's see how the meta evolves around this brand new set of balance changes, and smash subscribe if you do not want to miss out on the best decks coming after the balance changes.